Nathan Clark. I manage a music pawn shop in Tucson, Arizona.
Sweet.
I'd say seeing really cool, unique people. You meet really, really interesting folks in this job. Really cool community of folks who love musical instruments come in here a lot. We get some of the older cats from like the 1960s and 70s who come back from those eras and want to find that old equipment, looking for that thing that they had when they were 17 and rocking in a bar somewhere. Hard to explain for most people if they're not really into the music world, but 1961 Gibson Les Paul came by us. It doesn't sound like much because they've been making them since the 50s. But this one in particular was strange because that was the same year that Mr. Les Paul himself wanted to see his name off of the guitars. So it was a year where they weren't building any guitars, and yet here is one that exists. So stolen merchandise is incredibly common for pawn shops, but we have tools to prevent us from taking in that merchandise and selling it to the customer. Things such as 21-day holds. We are very accurate with information. If we don't put information in accurately, i.e. model numbers, serial numbers, manufacturers, if we get those things wrong, we are subject to $10,000 fines per mistake. We've had stores who have had 26, 30 mistakes and were charged appropriately at $260,000 and $300,000 for their mistakes. So we don't make those mistakes anymore. Stolen everything, really, is incredibly common. The U of A students suffer the bikes, they suffer their electronics, they suffer the dorm room thieves, and that all ends up at a pawn shop.
That's the first place.
Bikes are the #1 thing in Arizona, more so than cars. Keep your bikes locked, kids.
All right.